Hey guys, welcome back for round 3 here of Standard Action from March 1st.
So we got Brian Atkins on Temur Reclamation versus Martin Legacy on Sultai Midrange. Looks like they already started here. So we're going to go and jump right in.
They were polite, unlike our last round in their shuffling and presenting.
Yes, they were very, very quick with it.
Turn 2 Wild Growth Walker here from Marty. I'm going to see what Brian can put together here. Search for his Canta. Marty thinks it's gone. He's like, holy cow, I untapped with it. That never happens.
It doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter.
Turn 3 Midnight Reaper, going to get in for 1.
Boom. 1 damage. Game's over.
Yep.
Game's over for Brian.
Advantage
Sorry.
bar Marty. Brian got an interesting hand here. He's got 2 Frilled Mystics, I think those are. An Opt, Expansion Explosion, 2 Wilderness Reclamations, but no 4th land. So he's really going to be relying on this Opt to find him this 4th land here. Meanwhile, Marty going to be coming in here for 4. Going to shock himself down to 18. And just pass the turn. End step, we're going to see an Opt.
Drew it, so I assume it's a land.
Yeah, I think it's a Hinterland Harbor.
Okay.
Just gonna pass the turn. That's interesting. Ooh. Not even willing to deploy one of his 3 Wilderness Reclamations. I'm curious why.
I don't know. What's in green and black? Assassin's Trophy? Like, I guess, but
I still think you just have to play it, right?
Yeah. Well, he just countered that hard.
Yeah, but you would have gotten to do it anyway.
Yeah. Still countered it
Maybe
hard,
he
though.
wanted to put Marty on a counter spell.
Maybe.
That's why he thought Marty shocked in a land. I don't know. Either way here, you're going to play it now. Didn't find a 5th land. I think he found a Niv Mizzet, though. He sure did.
And Marty found a Carnage Tyrant.
That's pretty good. Carnage Tyrant, one of the best cards in the format. Marty shocking himself down to 16. Just going to jam an old Carney T. Seems good.
Yeah. Seems decent.
Just going to come in here with Midnight Reaper.
Do we block and trade?
I think so.
I mean, why not? You got another one in hand.
Frilled Mystic doesn't look very good against Carnage Tyrant. The whole can't be countered thing.
Double one.
One's fine.
Double looks pretty good blocking it.
I'm just saying the ETB trigger.
Oh, yeah, I mean, meh.
Brian feeling real bad about where he's at. You can tell.
Yeah, I guess you didn't know it, but I'm actually part of the Muppets.
Beep. Just gonna flash in a Frilled Mystic here. Interesting. Let's see what Brian can find here. He's in a very tough spot because not only does he have no answer to Carnage Tyrant right now, if he even has one in his deck, but he's short on lands, which, you know, he's got these expensive spells, Expansion Explosion, Niv Mizzet, so his position, very unfavorable.
Right.
This Carnage Tyrant really just going to be able to ride Marty to victory here for the most likely.
Probably, especially because he has the Choop in hand.
Right. Perfect answer to a Niv Mizzet. Branch Walker going to explore, trigger on the Wild Growth Walker, put Marty back up to 18. Vraska's Contempt in hand there for Marty along with that Chupacabra. What did he explore? I didn't see it.
Cast down.
Okay. I was looking at his hand. And just going to play this Chupacabra, get rid of that Frilled Mystic. Marty just want to turn up the heat here, put you down to 2. I'm really fine with that.
Yeah.
Niv Mizzet doesn't save you.
Right. I really would have liked Brian to have done something with all those untap triggers, casting the Explosion or something.
Right, you have to do something.
Because, I mean, he had so many untap triggers. Like, he had...
I mean, saying that, I don't think he has a way to win. In Game 1, at least, I don't think his deck can beat this board.
Probably not, but, I mean, your only, like, option is to potentially draw whatever you're going to draw off that Explosion, right? Maybe take out the Wild Growth Walker while you're at it or something. Like, then you're only staring down 7 instead of 8 or 9.
Well, but you also have a Wild Growth Walker and a Chupacabra. He would be at 4 life, facing down those 3 creatures.
Well, yeah, but then Brian gets to draw a bunch of cards in the process.
But he has no sweepers. That's what I'm getting at. He has no sweepers, and he has no fogs.
Yeah, no, I get that part. I'm just saying,
he's dead. He's literally, I'm 99% sure I saw his deck list, and I don't think there's any card in his main deck that saves him here.
But what else are you doing with the mana? What are you holding up?
Holding up a counterspell. That's really what it is. You're holding up a counterspell, and you're hoping to get some information. You're, showing him Expansion Explosion, while it's obviously telegraphed, maybe not the best. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you could always just do it and leave up 2 mana or leave up 3 mana in the process, too.
I guess.
And just, try to get some value out of it.
Yeah.
Because basically you just went to end step, let the Wilderness Reclamations go, and then...
Brian really thinking about his search for his Canto here. What could he be thinking about?
I have no idea.
Because like I said, I don't think there's any way that he can survive this turn. I really don't.
I agree.
Even if he takes the line that you take, and he plays optimally, 100%, I just don't think it matters.
Right. Yeah, I just think,
You gotta do something.
Yeah.
You have to try, and I'm not sure what he's exactly thinking about here. There's no cards in these colors. He found a land. He's just gonna play a Niv, is it? Okay.
Oh, I guess, and then he's doing the math to untap, and then...
See if he can
ping down the rest of the board and then only take... No, he still takes 2 off the
Carnage Tyrant.
Carnage Tyrant. I don't know.
I was going to say, even with the Niv and the Expansion Explosion, you can't just kill Marty. You don't have enough mana for that.
Right.
Even with Niv doubling up the expansion damage, you don't have enough. You have almost enough.
Right, because he's getting...
Well, let's see. You have 12 mana.
12, so that's 6 times... So he draws 12 cards.
No, he doesn't draw 12. He draws 8.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. He puts Marty... He can put Marty to 2.
Yeah.
Really close.
Or kill off Marty's board.
But killing off his board, again, just leaves him dead to Carnage Tyrant.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I'm...
No, and that's the thing. You could see Brian was doing the math there, seeing if he could do it enough, but he just can't. That gaining... You know what? Gaining 3 life off of the 1 Explore trigger is what got it. Because Marty was at 15. Yeah, no, Brian can deal 16 damage here. So...
Drawing 8 cards. No, he can only draw... Oh, yeah, you're right. No.
No, he's actually going to deal 17 off the Niv cast trigger.
Yeah.
He puts Marty to 1. That's brutal.
That's brutal. That's real brutal.
That's why you can see he was doing, is there any way I can eke out 1 more point of damage here? You know what? There is one thing he could do is float a whole bunch of mana, do X's 11 or 10. Or no, 7 or 6, and leave up 1 to 2 mana, hope to draw an Opt or a Growth Spiral, and then hope that's enough damage.
Hope to draw Growth Spiral and Opt.
Well, you don't have enough mana for that.
Yeah, because you Growth Spiral and then play your additional land.
Well, then you have to leave
Opt.
up 3.
You only have to leave up 2, because you're playing your land off Growth Spiral.
Oh, you're right.
To get the Opt, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that is a way to get it there, too.
X would be 6 instead of 8.
Well, even just, one of those spells, I think, is enough to get it. Because it's plus 1 more damage than what would have been there.
Yeah, I mean, he would have had to draw both those cards off top, right? Or one.
Well, no, he would have had to... That's actually... Drawing one of those is actually kind of likely.
So 6, so 12, 13...
He would have had 12 mana
15.
at the end step, so X on Explosion could have been up to 8. I'm
Correct.
saying if he does X is either 6 or 7, that leaves him the outs. 6 puts...
6 does 6 damage plus 6 more...
Plus 1, so 13.
13.
Puts him to 5?
5, and then...
Op deals 2 more... No, that's not enough.
No, it's still 1 short. No matter how he did it, it was 1 short.
Well, if you do... Hold on. If you do X is 7, then...
And then leave up Op. So X is 7, so 14, 15. Still 1 short.
Yeah.
It's exactly 1 short.
That's so rough.
Yeah. That's brutal.
Yeah.
To have exactly 1 short.
Gain 3 life.
Yeah. That's so brutal.
That feels bad. And the likelihood of him drawing one of those two spells really high.
Yeah, and like we're just sitting here trying to do this math, be like, what is Brian thinking about?
And he's thinking like, I'm one short. Damn it.
I know that feeling all too well playing Storm in Modern.
It feels really bad when your opponent's at 18 and you're one short.
Yeah. No, I've felt that too many times. Or yesterday, it was yesterday. Nick, Therese, and Billy Anderson were playing like just a playtest game in Modern, and Billy had the Seismic Assault deck.
Okay.
And Nick was playing Charbelcher, and so Billy's turn 1 was Swiftwater Cliffs, or whatever that is, the one where you gain a life. It's the tap land where you gain a life when you DTBs.
Swiftwater Cliffs, blue-white?
No, blue-red.
Okay.
And so that was his turn 1, and when Nick did his Charbelcher, he hit 10 cards, and the 11th card was a Stomping Ground.
Woof.
And Billy was at 21. And then Nick goes, kill you? And I'm just like, no, Billy, you're at 21. And he's like, all right, cool, I'm at 1. And then he draws for turn, draws another land, and he goes, well, I'm dead now because you just activate and literally hit 1 card and I lose. And so it's just like he like flips the top card, and the top card was his the bird that he needs for the
the Swans of Bryn Argol.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And he's just like, man, if I hit that and I was at 1, I won the game because he already had Seismic Assault out. Like all he had to do was hit the Swan, and I was just like, wow, that would have been brutal.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like literally, if that land, it was the last land in Nick's deck, by the way. He had all 7 force out of the deck, or all 6 force out of the deck, and the only land left was the 1 Stomping Ground.
What a guy.
Yeah, had to hit it on the 11th card.
Marty, really taking a good old time to start a sideboard here. I take back my courteous compliment from earlier. Too long.
I mean,
barred from camera.
I was busy.
Banned for life.
I was busy telling stories, so.
Everybody banned from the store. Me too.
All right.
Dan Horgan banned from GameStorm for being a part of this longness.
I'm gonna take a nap.
I know, man. I'm tired. I want to go home. Come on, shuffle, you pansies. Both of you. Brian over there, been shuffling since 1942.
He wasn't even born then.
Yeah, exactly.
He wasn't even there.
Yeah.
She doesn't even go here. No, I just have a lot of feelings.
All right, all saltiness aside, let's get ready for game 2 here.
Yeah, me.
I think that Marty winning game 1 is a really big boon to him.
How about that hand for Brian? 6
Nice.
lands Wilderness Reclamation? Is that
nice.
What I'm seeing?
All those lands can untap.
Yeah.
7. And then another Wilderness Reclamation.
And then an opt.
He would have had a lot of mana.
I'll give him that. All you need to do is hit like 1 explosion.
Yeah. So what I was saying earlier, Marty winning game 1 in this matchup, huge boon for him because I think he's very favored out of boards. These mid-range creature decks, game 1 typically are a dog to the more controlling matchups in game 1 at least. After board though, he gets a bunch of like duresses and negates to back up his threats. So I think he's just heavily favored out of boards, especially with Brian on a mulligan here.
Yep. Bottom, whatever that card was. Don't like it. Is that Sulfur Falls turn 1? That's rough.
Yeah, it is. It's the problem with those 3-color mana bases. Gonna play another land tapped. Pass the turn. Marty here gonna explore on turn 2. Finds a second Carnage Tyrant. Yeah, we can leave that there.
Yeah.
He's got a Jade Light Ranger to help him find more lands. I think he's got a land or 2 in his hand still. He's fine. He's just going to reveal it. Yeah, it's here, buddy. You know what's up. Brian just going to continue playing these tapped lands and passing the turn.
Yeah, double Carney T's, that's just GG's for most decks. Unless they play like Detection Tower as a 4 of or something.
Marty gonna come in here for 3. And see what we can put together in main phase 2. He's got a Duress.
A Duress?
I'm gonna fire off this Growth Spiral in response. He really needs to find another land, and he doesn't. That's bad. Oof. I mean, his hand is loaded, but he needs to find these lands.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as pressing now that the Wilderness Reclamation is gone. Brian was really hoping to dodge that. Oh, and there it is. Untapped and everything. So he is going to be pretty much punished. I'm going to shock in, heavily telegraphing this Frilled Mystic that Marty now knows about.
Yep. I mean, why not, right?
I mean, Marty has perfect information. He knew the Stomping Ground wasn't there.
But he didn't write it down.
He don't need to. Marty's a pro player. Look at his clothes, man. He's got like C9 jackets on. He knows what's up.
Meh. Don't play that game. I don't play that game.
League of Legends is great.
Lol.
Lol. Another Merfolk Branch Walker here. And see, here's the thing. Brian knows there's at least one Carnage Tyrant. He doesn't know about the second one. He still has to beat the 5 power that's already in play. You know? Yeah. That's the thing about Marty's deck is he's got a really efficient low curve of good creatures. I think that's a Shivan Fire, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's got a very low efficient curve of creatures like Merfolk Branch Walkers and Jade Light Rangers and Wild Growth Walkers, the whole Explore package. But he's got this crazy good high end of Carnage Tyrants and not the Merfolk, what's that thing called? Hydroid Krasis. Hydroid Krasis is really putting this green-black style strategy even stronger than it was before.
Look at that, another land.
Another one.
And that's the 6th land that Brian now knows about.
Yep. He already had the 6th land, but Brian didn't know that.
But now Brian knows.
Brian knows that he's just on a clock here. Better cash in that Sinister Sabotage on something that can be countered.
Whatever it was.
Whoa. He just drew 2 cards.
What?
He drew off the Sinister Sabotage thinking it was a Surveil. Cheats.
Brian's cheating.
Yeah, he is. Holy cow. That was big cheats, too. That was drawing extra card cheats.
Yeah, Brian. No,
Brian.
We know.
We see you, Brian. He didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah,
You can tell he is flustered because he knows how bad of a position he's in. His knees bouncing and everything. And he's really desperate to find something to beat this. So he's like playing at a pace that he shouldn't be playing at.
Yeah.
And I've known Brian for a long time. He's a good friend of mine. He's not a cheater. He didn't do that on purpose.
No, literally,
but he did do it.
I mean, hey, it makes up for that one time that Brian just thought he drew an extra card, but he didn't, and then he just shuffled his Doom Whisperer back into his deck.
Yeah, right.
Thought he did. He didn't even know if he did or not.
Well, Brian's now at 3, facing down first Carnage Tyrant. Marty about to play Carnage Tyrant Part 2 Electric Boogaloo.
That's where we need a Gates Ablaze.
Yep. That would be real good right now.
Do 0, though.
If Brian had all gates. You know what? His land's all intertapped. They might as well have been gates.
Yeah? Except for that one land.
By 4, they entered untapped.
Yeah.
Doesn't even want to play another Carnage Tyrant. He probably is sniffing out like a Star of Extinction. Why play another one, though? Oh, and he missed his Niv trigger for the Merfolk Branch Walker. Pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter, though.
It matters when you're this tight.
Yeah, I think...
I mean, Brian's
still
lost.
Dead anyway, but yeah.
I mean, no, he's not. He's got a Frilled Mystic in his hand, so if he hits that Merfolk Branch Walker, he can now trade with the Carnage Tyrant and have a clear board.
Yeah.
Doesn't know that there's another Carnage Tyrant in Marty's hand that he's not going to be able to beat if that exchange happens. But he's still, like, at that point, he's facing a clear board, and he's not at 1. Facing another lethal Merfolk Branch Walker threat. Make sense?
Mm. Cast a spell. Any spell.
And you can see he's just, this Branch Walker is going to, by itself will win the game. Brian's going to be forced to spend an answer on it when he missed that trigger.
Yeah.
I mean, he still just lost. This second Carnage Tyrant's going to be more than enough to beat him. But, let's say Marty's just on air. There's a clear board now,
Mm.
Small things like that that can bring you back into games. And that's just going to be it. Grin and Grow Spiral, see if we can find something. Finds a Phoenix. Not good enough.
Needed to draw a Crassus. 4 turn.
Passes. What are you doing? Yep, there we go. It seems like a bad matchup for Brian, honestly.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, we'll see you back for round 4.